Hello Stormies, and welcome back to the top 300 games of all time countdown. This is my second attempt at recording this, because sometimes Streamlabs likes to stop recording when I'm in the middle of things, and then I have to start over, and it's really annoying. Disclaimer, I'm not in any way affiliated with Game Informer other than I receive the magazine. If you want me to play any of the games on this list, let me know by leaving me a comment. Today we are numbers 60 to 51. Let's get started. Number 60, System Shock 2, released for PC in 1999. System Shock 2 is often given the short shrift as a rough draft for BioShock, but it's much more than that. Any shooter that uses RPG-like systems like Mass Effect and Far Cry owes its user-tailored gameplay flexibility to this daring little game. Countless horror titles like Dead Space and Alien Isolation have also wisely cribbed from System Shock 2's tense atmosphere and brilliant setting, an interstellar haunted house known as the Van Braun. Number 59, Resident Evil, released for PS1 and Saturn in 1996. Capcom's early experiment in horror was campy and a bear to control, but it was so fresh at the time it kickstarted a survival horror revolution. Managing a delicate supply of health packs and ammo made our journey through the zombie-filled mansion more intense than most horror games. In 2002, Capcom outdid itself with the GameCube remake, which turned up the scares with new zombie types, reworked puzzles, and hauntingly gorgeous visuals. Number 58, The Legend of Zelda, released for NES in 1987. Our amazement with The Legend of Zelda started well before the game appeared on screen. Cracking open the case revealed a shiny gold cartridge, a somewhat cocky yet accurate design on Nintendo's part. Heralded for the sense of discovery it bestows upon players for exploration, puzzles, and action, The Legend of Zelda entranced with its dungeon designs and mysterious lost woods. Series staples like Link, Ganon, Hyrule, and Princess Zelda debuted in this entry. Number 57, Metroid, released for the NES in 1986. Few NES games nailed their atmosphere as well as Nintendo's early sci-fi adventure. Samus exploits, battling space pirates and parasitic alien life forms felt haunting and isolating thanks to otherworldly visuals and a killer score. Players could explore at their own pace as they collected unique power-ups, which led them deeper into an alien landscape. Its sequels refined these concepts, but Metroid's basic formula remains incredibly popular more than 30 years later. Number 56, Mortal Kombat 2, released in arcades in 1993. The original Mortal Kombat was a phenomenon, but its sequel proved the series had legs behind all the blood. While imitators were busy figuring out the most outlandish kill moves, the team behind Mortal Kombat refined the fighting and landed at an incredible sweet spot. Yes, the kills were gorier than ever, but combos were fleshed out beyond mashing, emphasizing onslaughts that strung together special and normal moves in ways that were unheard of at the time. But the spectacle was still there, with new finishing moves and secrets for players to find as they sunk quarters into the arcade cabinet. In Mortal Kombat 2, the series finally had real depth, and that lasting value is a huge part of why the series has remained while all the other gorefests died off. Number 55, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, released for Xbox and PC in 2003. Set 4,000 years before the formation of the Galactic Empire, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a turn-based RPG that explored the early days of the Jedi and Sith and gave players an intimate look at both sides. BioWare embraced player freedom, allowing players to determine if they were going to rule the galaxy with fear as a Sith Lord or bring peace and justice as a Jedi Knight. BioWare backed the freedom of choice up with story threads that delivered a true sense of your actions mattering for the entire game. Along with wisecracking droid HK-47, the cast was brilliantly penned, allowing for deep relationships to grow. This journey was a dream come true for Star Wars fans, and is still the best game set in a galaxy far, far away. Number 54, Dota 2, released in 2013 for the PC. Dota 2 is likely the most complex game on this list. With more than 100 characters, dozens of item choices, and a map stuffed with hidden paths, you could play it for thousands of hours and still feel like a novice. The learning curve is steep, but the reward for toughing it out is worth it. After your first incredible victory, where a single mistake turns the tide of a fight and wrenches victory from the jaws of defeat, it might be hard to go back to anything else. Number 53, Final Fantasy IV, released for the SNES in 1991. In an adventure filled with betrayal, redemption, romance, and magic, Final Fantasy IV, originally called Final Fantasy II in the US, paved the way for fantasy storytelling on consoles. Number 52, Batman Arkham Asylum, released for PS3, 360, and PC in 2009. Not only did Rocksteady deliver a true representation of Batman, it turned the Asylum into a spectacle and just happened to have a great Joker story to tell. Number 51, last for today, Grand Theft Auto 3, released for PS2 in 2001. What can we say about Grand Theft Auto 3 that hasn't already been said? This is one of those monumental titles that changed video games forever. The melding of the 3D open world sandbox with gritty crime-driven storytelling raised the stakes for video games when it came to giving players freedom. Countless clones emerged from the woodwork to ape GTA's conventions for a good reason. There was nothing else like it. Later Grand Theft Auto titles would go on to build upon the framework of 3 to make games that were better by leaps and bounds, and GTA 3 is a little difficult to go back to now compared to its younger siblings. Still, it's nearly impossible to overstate the bloody footprint the game left in terms of influence on mature storytelling and open-world game design. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, let me know by leaving it a like. And I hope I will see you next time. Bye!